Tonight, I would like to congratulate the Australian Workers Union on some absolutely phenomenal wins this year. In June, Taronga Zoo revealed that over 6 years, 902 casual workers at their Sydney and Dubbo zoos had been underpaid around $2.6 million, including 6% interest and 11% in superannuation. This announcement came after years of advocacy by AWU members at Taronga Western Plains Zoo in Dubbo. Last November, Taronga Western Plains Zoo workers were fed up with 18 months of payroll issues, including overdue and incorrect pay and miscalculated leave, and so they took industrial action. AWU official Jack Ayub said that the payroll issues seriously impacted workers, with some having trouble making their basic mortgage repayments. When Taronga Zoo revealed the $2.6 million in underpayments, Tony Callanan, the New South Wales branch secretary of the AWU, said, "Initially, management were completely dismissive of our members' concerns. They didn't want to engage with the AWU as their representatives, which is why we took the unusual step of having some industrial action. This is a great result, Mr. President, and again, unions out there in the workplace, despite what some people think, getting results for their members, sometimes having to take industrial action to achieve it and getting the results." Another critical campaign and a subject that has been very topical in this House of recent and over the past few years is the Silica Dust Kills campaign. The AWU has worked tirelessly to advocate to stop workers' exposure to dangerous silica dust, including supporting a ban on engineered stone. As members know, silica dust is hugely harmful to lung health. Exposure to silica dust can lead to the incurable disease silicosis, lung cancer, and other related diseases. Just today, Mr. President, we had the Asbestos Disease Foundation here coming up and giving us a briefing on some of the fallout from the people who are suffering from dust diseases, including one victim of silicosis. So this is a very, very timely subject. Before the election, Labor committed to work to ban manufactured stone on a national level. And as we've heard this week, Minister Kotsis and the Premier have said that the government will consider banning engineered stone for just New South Wales if a national agreement is not made by the end of the year. This came after SafeWork Australia recommended a full ban in their report. The Decision Regulation Impact Statement, Prohibition on the Use of Engineered Stone, was released on 27th of October. The AWU made a submission to the report where they emphatically called for a ban on the use of any product containing engineered stone. The report's release has also led to Bunnings and IKEA announcing they will ban the use of engineered stone in their products, which is a fantastic result and one strongly advocated for by another great union, the CFMEU. The Newmans Labor government takes the silica crisis very seriously. Another example of reform is Minister Kotsis' recent Work Health and Safety Amendment Bill, which will establish a register of workers exposed to silica dust. This serious issue was brought to our attention because of the advocacy of unions around Australia, Mr. President. I commend the work of the AWU as well as the CFMEU and indeed the ACTU for working so hard to get these results. I also acknowledge the contribution of the members of the Law and Justice Committee in the last Parliament that inquired into dust diseases, as well as particularly Ministers Kotsis and now Treasurer Mookie. Mr. President, in closing, I want to congratulate the National Secretary of the Australian Workers Union, Paul Farrow, who's relatively new in the role, the former Secretary, Daniel Walton, who did a lot of work in this space, and of course the State Secretary of the Union, Tony Callanan. Mr. President, unions often get a bad rap. We're often told how they don't represent enough people in the workforce, they're irrelevant, the time's gone where the Labor Party should buddy up with them. The fact is that on the key issues that matters to working people, safety, number one, and paying conditions, number two, they are still getting results for members right across the state, and that flows into a whole lot of private sector agreements. They're as relevant today as they ever were, and I congratulate them, and we back them all the way.
Thank you.